Let's take a look at some of the tools and features of the MetaTrader platform. I'll launch your application. Okay, let's have a look. We've simplified it to one row at the top. From the left, we have profiles. One thing just to confirm is that you do know where your folder resides. It's in the data area, app data. Click on this string of numbers in order to get to this area. So that's your profiles. That's what saves an entire set of charts. So if we want to add another chart here quickly, just drag and drop into the gray area, or drag and drop up here. If you drag and drop it onto a chart, it'll replace the chart. So now we're starting to create a profile. This is called default at the moment. There it says default. So the more charts, you can add a whole string, and then you can go sideways with the arrows to find them. So you can create as many charts as you like and then save it as a profile. So I have 4 sitting here. Once you close it, it'll update the profile folder here. So at the moment, our default only has 1 chart in it. You'll see others have a whole string of charts. And it'll save all the data for each chart and everything that was on it. And that's why I stressed originally to have less bars in history. So that's over here at your charts. Oh, excuse me. It's a new demo, so make sure that's set. Okay, so next time it opens up, it'll have the standard tool features that I use. Next is Market Watch. Control M. In order to change the symbol, you can just drag and drop it up, change the symbol order. Drag and drop. To remove, just right click and go hide. If it's already on a chart, you won't be able to hide it. So if $Swiss is on a chart, you won't be able to hide it. It has to be on no chart. To save a profile, just going back to this, it's here, save profile, remove profile. You can remove one. So maybe we want to save this another name. Let's go XTY. You can see it names it down here, and there's XTY. This is the data window. So as you move your cursor on the chart, it'll give you information per bar, as well as indicators that are on here. So you can see the chart in the background. Perhaps we don't have any information. Let's set this to basic 1. So we've got some indicators on this chart. Here they are down here. And some of these have been set to off. In your visualization area, you can set them to off. So now that they're on, they'll show in here. Depends how many you want to see. So that's for your data window. This is your Navigator, which is all your indicators. Your market folder, which is products you've purchased on MetaTrader or MQL website, or in the market tab down here. Also, your expert advisors are going to be sitting at the bottom. Expert advisors, drag and drop that onto a chart, change the features and settings. Expert advisors are located in MQL experts. Drop them in this folder. Indicators are here. These are these files over here, and the market one is in the market folder. You can copy a market file to another platform, but you'd have to reinstall it on another platform. Whereas indicators, you can move freely between platforms, depending on if you have both files or there's no limitations set by the designer. So for any indicator you want to add to a chart, just simply drag and drop, change some of the parameters if you want, and select OK, and there they are, little arrows. Double click to get full view at the moment, and then here is to arrange all these charts in some vertical or horizontal pattern. Double click to maximize just to see one chart. Drag on the lines to minimize. And let's continue from the top left here, shall we? New order. That's how you bring up a ticket, change your trade size. It only goes to 05 and then one lot position, so you have to manually change this. If you're doing anything less, say 0.15, you can add your stop loss, take profit. Now if you wanted to do a buy limit or pending orders, this is where you place them. Buy limits are below the price. If price falls, it'll buy your trade for you. The buy stop is above the price. If price reaches there, it'll buy you into the market. And a sell limit is the other way around. So if we want to sell the Aussie dollar above the price at 76.12, we would enter the price here, 76.12, and we have a take profit of 76.05. That's 5 pips. The last decimal is a pipette. So 10 of them make up a pip. So that's 76.06. And we'll put a stop loss of 76.77. If you place anything incorrectly, you won't be able to place the order. So a stop loss for a sell limit can't be below, or it'll tell you invalid. So we'll just change that to 76.70. For some reason we can't see the data on this chart. Oh, sorry, that's because it's Aussie Dollar Pro. That's why. That's a different symbol. So this account is a Pro account, so we place the trade on here. So you always be sure, the brokers have so many products and they get variations. This oil is not the same as this oil. You can tell by the spread. The spread's tighter on that one, even though it says 30. They're using an extra decimal here. So this would be a futures price, and this is cfds. So these you can trade smaller positions, and this would be large positions, probably 0.1s or even 1 lots. Yeah. Okay, so looking at this chart, you can change the time frames up here or on this little period thing. To zoom into a chart, to zoom out, you can also use the keyboard, minus to zoom out, plus to zoom in. The chart scroll, take this off if you want to zoom back and look at some history. And keep pulling on the chart or pressing page up in order to pull in data. You can go back depending on how many charts you've set, bars in history. If you've only set 1,000 bars, well, then it won't be able to bring in many more. It's limiting the amount of bars in history so that it can limit the usage on the platform. So once price reaches a sell limit, it'll enter the trade, and that'll be the take profit. And we've set a stop loss there for our sell limit. You can't edit a sell limit into a buy limit. You have to delete the order if you wanted to create a buy limit now. If you don't like the sounds that come up, it's in the events. That's the OK sound that comes up when you open or close a ticket. Perhaps you don't want email or timeout. As for setting an alert, right click above a price, trading alert. Untick this in order for it to run permanently. We don't want it to end at this point. We want it to run for weeks. I'll set that to 50, 60, and I've created my own ones. Oh, they're not in this file, but let's use the standard. So that's the standard sound. Once price reaches this, it'll make the sound. To inform you that the price is at this point, you could simply just drag it higher, but I tend to leave them on the charts above and below. So that's right click, trading alert. You can also find them in your alerts tab down the bottom here. You can also edit them from here. So the ones we just created with the 2 Aussie dollar pros here, you can delete the others. So there's the 2 Aussie trades alerts, and you can edit them from this point. Some interesting features here. Account history, these show you your trades. You can right click to customize the period. Maybe you just want to see today's history, 3 days, the entire account. You can read news provided from your broker about up and coming news events or what's currently occurring in the market. Mail from your broker. Market is where you're going to be buying products. Some signals is also an area for connecting to other services so that you can automate your trading. In the market area, you can log into your account or create an account. Experts are algorithms. They automate the trading, and indicators are add-ons to a chart. So you can see that's an indicator, that's an indicator. These are all indicators on the chart, and all of these you could just drop them on. As for expert advisors, they're just in the folder here. They usually incorporate several indicators. So if we just chose this one here, you can usually do a demo. So this download demo, it'll arrive in this folder. You drag and drop it on a chart. They won't trade up until certain days prior. So maybe until we're on the 5th of Feb here. They maybe only go up until the 1st of Feb. But they'll allow you to test. So Control R brings up your strategy tester. So if you just installed a demo version, it'll be in this list. You can change the parameters here. Be sure to tick these 2 features. Set the date you wish. Let's go to current firstly. Let's say we want to test from the 1st of Feb until the 5th. And maybe the demo won't allow you that, so you have to start a bit further back. Let's say 1st of Jan until middle of Jan. Change your time frame here. And the spread, it'll either use current if it's in real time, or you can have a look at what the spread is realistically. These are the very tight spreads, but let's just go with 10 would be 1 pip. 10 would be 1 pip. So 0.5 or 5 would be half a pip. Change your properties of your EA here, and change your symbol here. And then simply hit start, and it'll start accumulating data and running the algorithm from that date. That's how you can use Strategy Tester. Strategy Tester is great. It'll build an Excel sheet of all the trades, all the executions, and it'll create graphs and such things. Now on this end of the chart we have cursor, which if you press Ctrl F, it'll bring up the crosshair, where you can then drag and find out information that's 19 points, 20 points. MetaTrader 5 will show you a percentage move, so it'll show you what the percentage of that was. So we're looking at 15-minute here. On this pair, 76 points would be 1%. So roughly 35 something would be half. So that's half a percent move. And that's what I've said in other videos. Between half and 1% is currently general volatility. See, if price moves more beyond that, it tends to come back, which is what one calls retracement. There's a lot to study with indicators and price movement, but we're just looking at the functionality. To create a horizontal line, drop that on the chart so that you can place a line at a certain time. Once I've reopened MetaTrader 4, this feature will allow me to double click. You can then move this along. Same with a vertical line. Change the colors. Trend line. Perhaps there's a channel going on here. Fibonacci tool. You can measure the retracement. So retracement from that move to 50%, 61. You can write on your chart. Change the text size, type of font, and even the color. Now text will stay in one place versus a text label. That's what these are up here. They will remain permanent, so as we drag the chart, they remain up here. That's the difference between text and text label. Creating arrows on your chart. Change the size here, color, and there are different styles of charts, arrows. You'll need to just find out what the coding is, but there are different styles of arrows. I trust you enjoyed the video. If there's anything else, do let us know at ForexTU. And thank you very much for watching the video.